Wrestling fans who were around it in the mid-2000s will remember the magic that was the Wrestling Channel. Sure, today we've got streaming services like IWTV, Triller, and plenty of others that let you watch wrestling 24/7, but the magic is gone. The bumpers, commercials, and even the feeling of just watching whatever happens beyond at the time, all of that's lost. So I thought, why not bring it back? This whole project started after I watched a video from the 90s Retro Gaming channel where he turned a Raspberry Pi 3 into a 90s cartoon channel. The link to his video is in the description, so if you want to watch that to get a basic understanding of where I started, please check that out. Absolute brilliant project. I wanted something that actually worked like the Wrestling Channel, complete with bumpers, commercials and proper TV style scheduling. With zero budget to hire coders and no way to make money back from this project, hiring a coder was out of the question to get this done. So I decided to see what would happen if I dropped his code in ChatGPT and asked it to make changes, which it did, which blew my mind. The first thing I did was get ChatGPT to edit the code to load video files from a folder called bumpers and then wrap the commercial breaks that was already inputted into the code with a random TWC bumper. It spat out the code and I pasted it into the document and dropped it on my Raspberry Pi, set up the files on the folder where it says bumpers with all the TWC ones I could find on YouTube. I fired the Pi up, it worked perfectly. It proper blew my mind to see the music video of Colt Cabana and then loads of like random 2000s adverts. I was like, wow, this actually might be possible. When adding the bumpers, I found quite a few on YouTube. I was quite sad to see that the Rhino one and the Raven one wasn't on there because they were like, I vividly remember seeing them as a child on the Wrestling Channel. So I reached out to Sean Herbert on Facebook and quickly explained what I was trying to do. And he very kindly sent me a big folder full of everything that he had access to, which I'm very grateful for because it really helped the project come together, including ones that I'd never seen before. Next, I wanted to get the system to run like a real TV channel, so I created the structure of each day of the week, and then inside each day has each single hour from like 0 through to 23, so it's like every single hour of the day. Inside of the hour folder, you put all your episode folders, but for it to place the commercials in, you've got to split the video up, which took an insane amount of time. So I'd load a file of, say, World of Sport, for example, like a full episode, and then I'd have to chop it where the adverts go, and then save them out as separate video files, then drop them into an episode file. So it loads a random episode folder, plays the first file, inputs random adverts, and plays the second file, and it plays them all in order. So it acts like a real TV show. To keep it authentic, I downloaded a load of commercials using Internet Archive from 2005 that aired on British TV. While downloading episodes of World of Sport off YouTube, I even managed to find a few that was VHS rips from the Wrestling Channel and managed to actually cut out adverts that aired at the time, which is like really cool because it's extra authentic. To decide what I wanted on my schedule, I used the Wayback Machine to load up the Wrestling Channel's old website and then pull a schedule, and then I based my own schedule loosely off that. I adjusted it a bit and added shows that aired later on, like 1PW and RQW and things like that wasn't on the original airing, just because I enjoy British wrestling quite a bit, so I wanted more of that than, say, like your Japanese stuff mainly. Splitting up all the episodes took forever. I'm still working through it now, honestly. That's going to be an ongoing project for quite a long time. So now I've got the basic setup of how everything's going to function and how it all loads, and with like the original code and setting it up on the Pi, so when you boot the Pi up, it loads straight into the code and the program files. I had to sit through a lot of TV episodes of like TNA and splitting it up and waiting for them to render out. And while I was waiting for files to save out on my computer, I was like, is there any bonus things that I can add to this and get it a little bit more like cooler? My first bonus feature I wanted to add was, can I get this working with a Sky remote? Because that'd be really cool. So I found this really cool little USB dongle called a Flake, where you plug it in with a USB. Well, it is like a little USB dongle. You plug it in and you download some software and it connects to any remote that you want. I connected to Sky remote and then use the software to, when you press the buttons, it does keyboarding inputs. So then I plugged it into my Raspberry Pi, edited some documents that are on it. So say if like you press F8, it moves the volume up. If you press F9, it moves the volume down. So when I use the software to make sure that when you press the volume up, it presses F8. When you press the volume down, it presses F9. So then now I can adjust things like the volume with the Sky remote. While I'm adding the footage, it isn't playing files. So there's a black screen on all the time. I was like, that's a bit boring. So I decided to do a no signal kind of error that you'd see on the old Sky TV channels back in the day. And I got ChatGPT to help me write another bit of code that when there's no MP4 video playing, it will load up this no signal error message. So at least there's something on the screen that's kind of interesting when nothing's happening, which obviously over time as I add more things and fill out the schedule, there'll be less and less of that. But yeah, it was just like a nice little thing that I thought was kind of cool to just add in there. So after that, I've got the Sky remote working. I'm like, what else could I do? So I decided to get ChatGPT to help me make a menu that you'd see on the bottom of Sky when you press the select button. So it pulls the system date and time and everything like that, and you press select and it like loads up the menu, which is like really cool. This took me about 3 days of non-stop making changes myself, making changes through AI, until it eventually spat out what I was exactly looking for, which what wasn't easy. It took, like I said, it took days to perfect it. But yeah, it finally works. So once that was working, I thought, that's cool, I can see what date and time it is. Now I need to find a way to actually have it working like a proper guide where I can flick through the channels and see what's coming on. So I got it to work with a CSV file where it's got Monday through to Sunday and all the hours, and then I just inputted what was on my schedule on my spreadsheet that I've been working off, because I got fed up of looking on my spreadsheet on my computer to see what was going on. I was like, there needs to be a better way to do this. So I inputted it all into the spreadsheet, got the code to read the spreadsheet, and also got it so I can press the left and right arrow buttons to cycle through what's on the schedule and see what's happening later on in the day. So that gave me a fully functioning like TV guide that I can scroll through and see what's happening, see what time it is, see what date it is. Like really, really cool. I had problems with, so when you press the back button, it closes when you press it, or after 5 seconds it automatically closes. I had all kinds of problems. I found out that the kill function closes the piece of code, so then once you've done it once, it's gone. I had to ask it to hide the guide, not kill it. There was all kinds of things like this that I learned with Python, like doing this process, like kill, hide, like all sorts of different things, which was like really interesting. The last bonus thing that I really wanted to do was have the TWC logo in the top corner, and that caused me no ends of problems. What I realised was, like after days of working on this, because it would load the TWC logo but without the PNG elements, so it'd have a big square behind the logo, which isn't really good. So I had to get it to run something called Takinta, I believe is how you say it, on boot up, because what was happening was I would install it and it wouldn't run, but it'd load the logo, and I'd need it to run the program, then run the code for the logo. So on boot up, it now runs to Kinter, then loads my logo. I also wanted this to not run while the no signal error was on the screen, because obviously the TWC logo was hard baked into the footage, not Sky. So that also caused no ends of problems, because now I've got like 3 or 4 pieces of code, all arguing with each other on what order that they need to show on the screen and what's taking inputs from my TV remote. It was a pain in the ass. That took at least a day just to get all 3 pieces of code to talk to each other and decide what needed to be in control of what. But I finally got that working, which I was really, really happy with. So now you turn the device on, it loads into the wrestling channel, it goes through my schedule that I've got, it reads the system time and date and plays what should be on. I've got a fully working Sky Guard. I've got a really cool volume up and down animation that I got like based off an old CRTV. It shows the logo in the top corner finally, and I get to live like it's 2005 and watch a wrestling channel. A lot of people think that it's easy using ChatGPT. I've worked on this for 6 weeks non-stop. I was off work for 2 weeks and I devoted that entire 2 weeks, day and night, into working on this project. And I'm still nowhere near finished because I've just got loads of footage to try and organise and get through. If anyone has any 1PW TV shows, Ring of Honor TV shows, Noah TV, RQW or anything else that actually aired on the wrestling channel, if they've got on tapes or DVDs or anything like that, please get in touch. My email will be in the description. I'd love to try and fill in some gaps, because at the minute my 1PW section is just matches off DVDs that I've ripped myself, like backed up. So yeah, if any of those TV episodes actually exist, I would absolutely love to get my hands on those. So far I've had to take a break from it. I've been just working on this for 6 weeks. It's been an absolute... I'm like happy that it's nearly done, but I just need to take a break. But I wanted to give you guys an update of what I've actually been doing and how cool this project is, because I know quite a few people would really enjoy this. Plus I had to start working on other things. So yeah, I'll make a update video at some point when it's completely finished. I might have to hire a coder, because I had problems with a Python script where the shows don't automatically pad the commercials between the shows, because obviously some episodes are longer or shorter or different amount of commercial breaks in them, like TNA for example. So it doesn't always end on the hour, which is really annoying. It needs perfecting and tweak. So I probably will end up looking into hiring a coder just to tweak the final bit and get it finished. But I'll give you guys an update on that once it's a bit more complete. To finish it off, I got these really cool TWC transfer stickers that I cut out, stick on the top and peel it back, and it's really finishes the project off. All in all, this project sent me back £300 roughly, but I get to relive my childhood and in like the click of a button, just get to watch a wrestling channel. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoy what I've done and appreciate it. I'll give you guys an update, and if you need me, I'll be watching Gaia, because that stuff's mental.